Welcome to True Tempo. It is time for me to play some Izzet once again. This is what I want to play. It is a Delver build with a funky, it's not that funky, but a removal suite featuring only 3 bolts and a chain lightning in the place of the 4th, one might say. Or you could also say an unholy heat with regards to instant speed. Then I have a Prismari Charm, which I'm not completely convinced should be in the deck. This might be a second chain lightning. I'm only playing 3 flow states because I feel like it can get too clunky having those in hand, like my initial impressions were after reading the spoiler, and then after playing with 4. I feel like at least in an aggressive build like this, I want to focus my cards first and foremost on getting on board. So I have 12 aggressive threats and then 3 flow state to fill up the tank. I am opting to go for 20 lands to fit in the Mystic Sanctuary, which might be wrong, but I'm still like giving it a shot. If a build, if I find a build that I like with Sanctuary, it's going to be strong, so it's worth like testing, basically, even though it very often doesn't do much. Just having the 20th land I like a lot in a lot of matchups, really. Just being sure you can play your spells and not mulligan because of not having enough lands or just falling behind. Even a tap land can do enough in many of those games to stay in the game. It also fits pretty well with this Price of Freedom version I have. I have 3 of those to combat especially Tron. But I think it's actually super versatile. I'm looking forward to play with this a lot. I feel like I liked it when I read the spoiler, but then I forgot a bit about it. And now I'm definitely on with regards to Price of Freedom. And with 2 drops like that, you really want to play turn 2 instead of like pondering for a second land. So yeah, that small detail fits with the 20th land. And I'm like, that 20th land could have been a 4th Bauble. So like this build is in many ways kind of making compromises between like pure Delver aggression and kind of the late game grind. I'm cutting a Daze for a Force of Negation, but that it fits like with flow state in a sense. Mystic Sanctuary fits with the flow states, and the Chain Lightning fits with the flow states to enable like have more sorceries. The Unholy Heat is part of this package with 3 post-board, and the Prismari Charm as kind of a 4th card to interact with Bergoyf and Murktide. Alongside Pyroblast with regards to Murktide. So yeah, the numbers fit in that sense. I like the numbers a lot. And yeah, Bowmasters is still the biggest threat, but Dimir seems to be on a downward trend a bit. MTG Goldfish updated their site to include Tron, and it looks like in the last 7 days, Tron is the most played deck, and at around 11%, and Dimir is at like 9. So that's nice for the Izzet pilots, and yeah, let's see if we get paired against, especially Tron. I'd love to see how Price of Freedom works in that matchup. Let's play some games. I won the die roll, and my opponent played some kind of cradle control list the last couple of times. They had a good result. They reveal Yorion. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep. This is a nice hand. That island seems fine. Island Delver. If I had a bolt, it would be different. If they play a noble, I might just shoot it. Prismari Charm. Let's see. But yeah, island, like if I can go turn 2 Ponder Wasteland, that would be perfect. Otherwise, Ponder, maybe find an instant so I can flow state the next turn. Or, yeah, playing turn 2 Prismarine Charm, that opens up for turn 3 Ponder flow state. So that is something. They mulliganed. Delver. Okay, Volcanic and Yorion. Interesting. Interesting. Well, gonna Wasteland. I don't wanna have them like float blue and then counter Ponder with something. Even though they might just shoot the Delver here. That's okay. Brainstorm. Okay. So Yorion, what can that be? I'm gonna check their history. I have no idea. Maybe just like a classic 4-color control deck with a bad volcanic, kinda. Something like that. Oof. Don't want any of this. I have enough lands. See if we can flip. Nope. Alright. Let's attack, see if they make a move. Otherwise, I'm gonna just say go and play Prismarine Charm, I guess. Let's see if we have some kind of yeah, control land that we can waste, which is awesome. They'll be playing flow state as well, of course. But unless they bin and a sorcery here, we should be the first one to resolve flow state. Or put it on the stack at least. They're thinking long and hard. And they put Wasteland in the graveyard. Okay. Good move. Think I'm gonna draw a card in response. Or am I dazing this? No, I'm not dazing this anyway. I'll wait. Because I want a Wasteland flow state next turn. I can save a Daze for later. So surveilling is good for Murktide. I should really go deep. What would I not bin? It's a good question. I'm hoping to bin some lands, I guess. But it's tough to say no to cantrips, or a cantrip. All right. Well, I can just save this, put both on top, and draw the Channeler, and then flip Delver. I mean, that's fine. That's good. Now, how do I want to play this? Like, flow state can wait. I think I'm going to start by wasting. See if that changes anything. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play Chandler and flow state later. Basically, like I said in the intro, I want to get on board and then flow state afterwards. Means that they need to have 2 removal spells. Yeah, I'm brainstorming now. This I will Daze. I think I'm keeping gas. Still just keeping gas. Okay, that heat is bad. Probably. I'm saving that here. They're already at 13. Okay, they have a land here, and now they have a sorcery. And I'm gonna flow state Chandler. Is the plan. Fetch, flow state Chandler. They'll play that Tundra. Okay. Yep, that's fine. Well, I'll channel it before flow state, but you get the gist. So now, if they have like force double flow state, they can get back in this. It's not over yet for sure. But also at this point, my fetch lands become flow states. See if we can get our own Daze. Okay, they have a fortification. That's very good. Pitching a force of will. Okay, 2 cards left. Force negation good because then my fetch lands are not getting back flow states. They like the card, and they have another removal spell. Yep. So now, okay, that's great. Let's just double threats. Pounder, I can get back 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just making a small Murktide. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I guess I'm making a bigger mistake. I'm counting on getting an instant. Yeah, that's what I'm counting on with the ponder, post ponder. They spent how many? 2 plows, 1 ending. They might have a road as well in a Yorion build. I assume that's the case. We haven't seen green yet, which is interesting. Okay, they're digging desperately. Seeing 1 card deeper with the second brainstorm. So let's see if Alpanda can close the deal on this one. Okay, so we never saw green. So we saw volcanic. They might be Jeskai. But, well, who knows? Who knows? They could be playing Philia. We saw plenty of duels, but I assume they have a bunch of basics. Happy trimming on the draw days should be quite bad. Don't need that one. I'm keeping fun. Maybe I'm even playing another one. I think 3-bolt is good. Maybe I'm just going like this. For now, the wastelands seem good, but they might be very bad. Actually, let's see. Haven't seen good reasons to play Consign, nor Surgical. So it's basically a question of how many creatures they play. And we haven't seen any yet. We'll keep this, even though I would love to have creatures instead of Brainstorms. Okay, so they do have green. Carpet flowers incoming. We saw Wasteland. Alright, that's great. And right now, if I just play Delver land, I flip with the bolts. But I'm probably brainstorming so I can flow state and set up Delver with Brainstorm end of turn. Don't think I force a carpet here. I don't have Dazes and Wastelands, so I think I want to fight on the axis of card quality. Oh, like, yeah, on the actual business spells. So they have a million removal spells. They have maybe some kind of sweeper, but it's really the removal spells we're fighting against, in the sense that we need to resolve flow states and cutters to be good, like set up really good. I'm just accepting this. They have flow state online of the beanstalk. That is a card that I will counter. I think I'll brainstorm first. Well, actually, I don't have to brainstorm. I can Thundering Falls because I'm gonna force. Yeah, let's do it like this. And I like that. So they're down to 4 cards. Let's see if flow state can resolve. It looks like it can. Unless they have force of negation, I guess. Or invasive surgery. Thinking about it, maybe they have some interaction with the graveyard. So they can make flow state worse. Okay, they have a force of negation pitching a euro. That's a steep price to pay. Okay. Maybe they have more. They have more in the deck for sure. It's a good thing to know. So they have flow states. Okay. Yeah. And now Carpet. And we're in big trouble. Although when they're 3 mana, it's already pretty good. With regards to playing their spells. They play Force of Negation post-board. That's interesting. Okay, Brainstorm here. Why? Why is that? In the way they fetch, it could look like a Wasteland would be good, but maybe that's just a bait. Okay. Here's the Carpet. Okay, they have infinite mana. But only 2 cards. But yeah, playing against control, green control with infinite mana is is tough. Very tough. Okay, well, we have a plan, and I'm not optimistic. Let me put it like that. I'm at a point where I just wanna, okay, Yorion to hand. Yeah. And they can play that next turn. Let's Brainstorm. That Sanctuary is quite bad. Let's put Bolt on top. I put Bolt on top thinking that I was playing Chandler. And then I can Bolt, get rid of it, or Brainstorm. But maybe I should just play Murktide. Yeah, let's like put on as much pressure as possible. While it looks like the opponent doesn't have much going on. Swords, okay, that we accept. So we can play Murktide. It's a 3-turn clock. Still don't believe it's gonna work. Flow states. Yeah. Okay. It's not gonna work out for sure. The Yorion represents 2 draws, so I'm gonna counter that with Force. Plus, in theory, a chump. Then I'm gonna draw a bad Sanctuary. Leyline Binding. Well, can't have that. Guess I shouldn't. F6. If I can keep them... Okay, they put a plow on top. Yeah, I'm gonna concede. Save time. Them having Yorion coming. It's a done deal. So on the play, I can consider Daze over Fawn. Could definitely consider Surgical, but I don't think it's right. Euro, I just have to counter it, I guess. Price of Freedom is probably very bad. I mean, I assume they have at least 2 basics, and they're not. Yes, they're probably not going to fetch them. So let's just play like this. I could play Consign for Leyline Binding. Like, what is this card doing? Not that much from what we've seen. Then maybe Force of Negation is better. Yeah, it's tough. We need a more aggressive draw to be able to get there, I think. Well, I'll keep it. And hope that these wastelands do something, of course. Like, okay, we have a plan. It's just not very good yet. Murktide backed up by force. But to get there, we need these wastelands to buy us time. No. Perfect. The 1-drop is what we're looking for. I actually might protect this one with force instead of waiting, because that will also make it easier to go get to Murktide. That I'm forcing, so I can waste afterwards. And that lets me play a Murktide. So I think I'm gonna wasteland first. Because this feels like they might have no more lands. Maybe I can tag a cantrip if they do. But planes, okay. Yep. Well, let's try it. It's not very likely, but I mean, let's see. 4 plows in the deck, maybe a roads as well, and maybe Pyroblast. Okay, that's a good follow-up. Good-ish. Maybe they're fetching like a Triumph. But yeah, anyways, let's... I could also... I think I want to get this in play now so I can make it likely that I have monks coming next turn. Ponder plus something. So that forest, okay. I already spent 2 wastelands, but so I don't know. This is not very good if they have. So what? Binding, tap out. Okay. That does nothing. Okay. So I go Bauble now, so I can draw into Delver Bauble next turn and hold up Pyroblast. I like it. Ponder coming up. Do I play Wasteland? No reason to do that, I think. Yeah, no reason at all. Tundra. Okay. So I feel like I should just counter this now. But because they have a plains here, they're a bit off being able to. Yeah, I think I should just be aggressive. They're gonna ponder afterwards. But like they need to make 2 lane drops. Or Carpet of Flowers, of course. They're thinking about Plow here, which I can understand. Close game. Okay, Ponder. It is. Maybe they, yeah, maybe they have an ending and they want to save it for Cutter. It's going to be a bit slow, I think. 1, 2, there. I'm hitting for 5 and 3 creatures on board. They like the card. And they're thinking, but let's see. I think we're in a very good position. I could wait here to ensure the flip. Ensure, it's not the word, but make it more likely. I thought I was attacking for 5. That's not true. So I think they have some removal spell-ish. Sanctuary. Okay, that's not very impressive. But it means they can play theoretically. Okay, you're now. Yeah. That's pretty good. Alright, let's see if we can deal 9 right now. Brainstorm is awesome, of course. So this one below, we flip. And we can flow state. If we don't hit a land, we can't brainstorm. I think it's better to brainstorm. That is, yeah, just more likely that we don't whiff. Okay, sweet. That should do it. Let's just keep flow state on top. Yeah, okay. Nice one, beating one of the tough matchups. See you for the round, subsequent round, round 2. All right, round 2. I won the die roll, and my opponent played the same deck as me the last time they had a result on Goldfish. So let's see. But this is 80 cards. Clearly, we have another Yorion on our hands. I don't think control is well positioned right now, with Tron being a big deck and plenty of combo as well. Anyways, I'm keeping. It's not a good hand, but I do have Brainstorm. So there is hope. They mulligan. That adds to our hope. So, like classically, Yorion means death and taxes or beans. But that does you can't stumble upon like oops, Yorion oops and yeah, like anything basically. But that is, I guess, the most played third option within Yorion in the last year. Wasteland, okay. Maybe is it Yorion? I'm gonna hold my Brainstorm. That can wait. Like, I could Brainstorm to find a 1-drop, but if I don't find it, and I don't find lands, then it's really bad. So looking for threats and lands. And I find part of that. So I think this is Death in Texas. I mean, so next turn I just play Wasteland and one of these threats. It's really not amazing, but Cutter is the kind of card that can win against Death in Texas. So I think I should just hope that that I don't get wasted again. It's not awesome because if I do get wasted, well, it's Yorion. I think you have to just go by the odds. I'm gonna do it like this in case they play this card. Because if I shuffle, yeah, Is that much different? Okay, so it's probably not. Misty is not a Death and Taxes fetch, if any. So maybe it is just control. Just playing the cutter, I guess. If they force, I'm forcing back. Okay, good. If it's against control, that's pretty sweet. So let's see what the fetch gives us. Hedge Maze. It's really not likely. Okay, it is Beans control. Some kind of Beans, maybe Bellow, but I don't remember the name nor the text. But there is a deck with that card. They're gonna play a 2-mana Leyline's Binding, maybe. This Wasteland is gonna be sweet. On the lounge, they only play one of those. Yeah. So there's a risk, but I'm gonna Brainstorm. I wanna get Cutter going. There's a risk, of course, if I don't hit a land nor a Bauble. Okay, awesome. Which cards do I not want? I guess these two. I'm gonna waste them. The risk is if they have Bowmaster. Then I'll be really happy to have this. But I think I'm not gonna count on that. And I don't think they play Daze either, but if they do, I'm fine. If they Daze my Chandler here. And I should watch the clock already. Think about that. I think Bowmaster is kind of the worst that could happen here. Okay, double Tundra. That's not very good for a deck like that. All right. Let's ponder. I can shuffle. I can play Brainstorm and then shuffle. I think I'm gonna do that. My goal here is not to see as many cards as possible, but to make sure I have a good hand, basically. And getting rid of this Volcanic is part of that. Just gonna play it like this. It doesn't. I'm gonna ponder next turn. I don't know. I think I thought more about that than was needed. Like I could have just, yeah, it's the same deal. I can play my land drop and then draw ponder, and maybe that's better. Okay, they're gonna have some mana fixing. They need like a Terminus or Wrath of the Skies. I don't think they play. They could, but I don't think they play those. All right, a plow. That is A-okay. Just gonna ponder. I have one bad card on top. It's not enough for me to fetch when I have a second ponder and so on. I have 3 cards, and I'm gonna give him a lot of damage here. Wasteland is decent, so is Flow State. I think we're gonna just start by wasting and pondering. I feel like I have a bad connection. Like that, I have some lag. If they fetch and do something, okay. Yeah, whatever. So I can 3, 6, 8. I can't do lethal, so I'm just gonna attack like this in Wasteland. Could they have a Terminus on top? It's not impossible, but I'm still beating that, I think. I can just let them see if they want to fetch. But I don't want to give them the mana next turn. Yeah. Just gonna waste. Don't want to give them 3 mana and yep. Let's see if they have more game. Euro into plow. And they have a Terminus here. No, maybe just a hope. They haven't made their, haven't manipulated their top. Okay, well now Terminus doesn't do anything. All right. So, sweet. It's gonna be tough after board with the Carpet of Flowers. Let's see. This I didn't want. Still don't think I want surgical. Consign might be good enough. Yeah, honestly, I think it is. In some number, Daze is quite bad. How about that? Heat is bad. Yeah, let's try it like this. Yeah, because we know they play for Leyline. That might be the only good target. But still, it's pretty clutch. Yeah, let's keep. Mm-mm. That I don't want. Do you think I'm consigning anything here? It's not likely. Let's see what they do first. Likely plays are Beans or like Tamio Pass. And Beans I will force with consign. Fourth in the graveyard, okay. Yeah, it's a blue card. Well, consign is not looking good. I think that's fine to have that as a blue card for force. That's a good start. Beans. And it's like it's good to counter the beanstalk because it's their engine. Plus, if they want to protect it, you want to draw out their force of wills before they get the advantage. Okay, that's all. Whoop. That's not the one I wanted to press. Good thing it didn't just automatically get played. But yeah, getting a 1-drop here is awesome. So we can waste, and then we have Murktide next turn. Okay, this one they have. No, but I'm happy to see it. I'm happy to see it. I'm gonna, like, I don't think they don't have the carpet yet, so I'm just gonna try to play around their bindings and plows by playing like this. They might have force. That will flip, but otherwise it's super bad. I need gas. So, more fetch lands or Cabot's Ponder. Yep. That's a good one. So I think they're looking for lands, just likely. They're thinking about it. So what? Maybe only one land, or like one land, or 3 lands. Maybe it's too much. Okay, they keep it. They find a flooded. No. So yeah, I think they have force. I'm gonna play Cutter. I'm gonna draw a card. And I'm not gonna protect it, I think. Because I don't have cantrips. They could have blue blasts. They have force. Yeah. No, I think I should kind of hope that I can find the cantrips. This Murktide is not super likely to get there, I feel like, against the spot removal deck. But of course they can also have binding for Cutter. But yeah, at this point in the game where they have Beanstalk and more cards than us, I think it's not a foregone conclusion, but it's pretty close. Loam, okay. That is maybe very good for them. Yeah, and a binding. Okay. I'm gonna concede. I don't believe in this game. At this point, with them at 14. On the play, now I do want my Dazes. Can probably cut a Bolt. And a Bauble. And Force of Negation. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can do that. Either that or Consign. Maybe Consign is more like it might do nothing. If they have a draw without binding, it does happen. Maybe I shouldn't be cutting baubles. Just feel like I'm gonna get delirium pretty fast. That's a good hand. Chandler first. And the question is if I'm protecting it with force. Don't think so. But it's close. Like my first intuition was to do that. Pitch Delver to get going with the graveyard, the selection. Okay, just an island. Lorien reveals. Okay. I hope we can get rid of the bolt. Find a blue card, play Delver. Stuff like that. I mean, that's for Delirium, very good. Okay. So Pyroblast might be bad. Let's see. Bolt and Pyroblast. And yeah, just need a card type. So that Bauble cut might cost me dearly. But with double Chandler, the first force is gonna help us towards cantrips, so on. Yeah, this is a great start. Drop. And Beanstalk, which I will force here, because if I draw land, I have Hardcast Force of Negation. Wasteland, yeah, that's exactly the kind of card that seems good here. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it and play Delver, I guess. I can also not play Delver. So have force up. But I think it's okay just getting a threat in play. And then all lands and all blue cards give me force. So let's see if they can shoot. If they have Cabot, that's kind of the best case scenario for them, so they can unload. Just a Beanstalk is not very fast. Let's see what the top gives us. Flow state is good. It's just anticipate. It's just anticipate, but it's gonna give me a lot of damage and hopefully a blue card for fun. Daze, yeah, I'm happy enough just having that in the mix. Daze or flow state. I mean, flow state, right? Just in case that this doesn't work. And I don't have a window to force of negate, then I can flow state. Volcanic, okay. Binding. I mean, removes one creature. I think I should just let them do this, and then I flow state, finding more gas. Certainly hope they don't have the pyroblasts. If you can get them to one, that's very strong. That is very strong indeed. Let's play the Wasteland. I assume they're gonna, if they have a blast effect, they're gonna use it now. Or on their turn. It's the Savannah. I want to shoot with the Wasteland anyways. And I'm just looking for blue cards, really. That's one. And that's two. Yeah, that works for me. Brainstorm. That's fine. Don't have white mana, so it's not that scary. But yeah, if you don't play against Kavit, it's much easier. That's the magic card. Yep, we got there. Sweet. 2-0 against Beanstalk. That's awesome. See you for the next one. Third round, I'm playing against a friend from Twitter. I think they play Jeskai Delver. They have the die roll. This is not a good. This is not a good hand. Cutter is decent. I'm gonna keep, but I have like one land too many for sure. But mulliganing is it's not good. Delta, okay. See if they have a threat. They do. And so do I. Think I'm gonna run the gambit of them not having a lot of lands. They did have another one. Oof. It's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. Okay, so I can play my own. And Bauble, I can play Delver. I can play... Delver so I don't get wasted, and then play Cutter Bauble next turn. I think that's what I want to do. Because getting wasted here would be very bad. Yep, Jeskai it is. Okay. That's a lot of pressure. So yeah, let's just play the Cutter. I mean, if they have a Daze, it's over. And this is going to be a defensive token, I think. I need to like be able to block and then flow state. Oof. They're gonna flip. They're gonna probably attack for 9. I guess I just have to hope they don't get delirium, but it's very unlikely. Okay. Take 9, go to 8. I need to just shoot everything on sight. I need to draw Brainstorm into double bolt. This is not gonna cut it. Yeah. That was quick. Alright, so Jeskai. I'm just gonna check, but I don't think that they play basics, which is interesting for the reasons of price of freedom. I'm not sure it's a good idea, but I think it is. Yeah, no basics. I think it might be good on the play for sure. Let's see if we have the space. Maybe not for 3. So their thing is fourth Yolingus, what's the name? for the Olingus. Yeah, no word in between. And this is actually a matchup where I think you can cut Bauble because you will get Delirium, creatures will die, and so on. It was less clear, or maybe less of a good idea against the Swords to Plowshares deck that I just played against. So basically, on the play, like, let's say this is just kind of, this is not good if I'm behind on board. On the play, it's going to be like a Cinco draw 1, which is pretty strong. It's also an answer to Cutter. They play 1. I think I'm fine cutting a Daze. It's a bit crazy maybe, but I mean this is potentially good, and I'm also here to test. So on the play, I think, well, maybe even on the draw. Daze on the draw is not very good. Then at least, I think I'm gonna play more on the draw. One lander, but with Delver. So yeah, I'm just gonna fetch Island, play Delver, and then take it from there. I can put on a lot of pressure with that. One Island. They mulligan, by the way. They fetch, they want to bolt after seeing a card. And I'm going to ponder. And shuffle. It's going to be a quick one, unfortunately. That happens. Like I can still, if I draw lands from now on, I can still get there. But I am definitely at a disadvantage already. Unless they do the same trick and miss lane drops, of course. Okay, it's better than nothing. Definitely much better than nothing. So I have a lot of red pips. It's gonna take some time. I need to draw lands, not get wasted, and then unload slowly. So ideally I draw a Brainstorm and I get rid of some of this chaff and find a fetch land. Otherwise I think it's not gonna work out. That's a fetch. I don't want to reveal it, but I will be playing it with a cutter, I guess. I guess I should have played the cutter first. They don't know I don't have a bubble, although it's extremely unlikely that I would save it. I should have tapped like that, by the way. I was just lazy. Blue Blast. Okay. You got it. See if I can dodge the wasteland. Need to dodge Murktide as well. And Flow State, I kind of need to dodge that one as well. Would love just drawing another land so I can go Cutter, Chandler. Then we have a game. Even though the Delver is small. Okay, dodge the wasteland. And they can get rid of... Okay, just playing creatures. Like it. So what's in their hand? Maybe they're saving for a Murktide, saving removal. Maybe they just have bolts and they're waiting for a good target. Yeah. So maybe I should just play the Chandler at this point. Let's attack. I think so, because Cutter is not doing it. It's not cutting it. They want to save the fetch for getting a white source. Here's a heat. Do they have like 40 Eolingus? Still not Delirium. Once I kill a creature, they will have Delirium. Ah, they're targeting here. Do they have a... Okay. So they're going 1-1. Alright, alright. And they got Delirium. So that was a misplay, feels like. Maybe not. I mean, it wasn't really a misplay, but it was just a bit expensive in a sense. So that is awesome. Now I want to save Pyroblast for the time being. Heat here. Because I have Delirium. They have one card. They want to fake some stuff. With tapping like that. So now I'm ahead in the race. Ahead on board, ahead on cards. I have an out for Murktide. I'm surprised that I got so far and ahead. Is this a big 4th Lingus? No, just a Pyroblast. Alright. So great. Well, that was unexpected. And so price of freedom versus Daze. Like beyond just seeing the games, how they play out, that's the really interesting question we have at kind of at stake. Like, I have 6, 7 turn 1 spot removal. I can pretty often survive the first onslaught. If we go to the mid game, it's going to be like flow states battling. And Price of Freedom is like a small flow state. It's not very interesting if the lands don't matter, but if they do matter, yeah. I feel like I should stay at this ratio. Like Daze on the draw is not amazing, but it's okay. And 3 Price of Freedom on the draw seems super heavy. So I'm just gonna run it back. Yeah. And definitely a thing that matters if they do draw the cutter, having Price of Freedom is awesome. That's a big part of the equation. I want to heat that. Draw out their Daze right now if they have it. So be it. They keep on top. Maybe it's a wasteland. Or another 1-drop. Okay. Pretty happy that they don't make a play here. I am gonna play Delver, pass with mana up. He's gonna get shot, I think. And then, I mean, Murktide is not very safe in these mirrors, but I'm still gonna play it, of course. Okay, just that surveilling flow state to the bin. Okay, maybe I'm gonna have a flow state on the stack here. Scary. Okay, nothing. Am I surveilling here and then brainstorming on my turn? Guess so. Sanctuary. Don't want more lands. I'm not prioritizing flipping, but I'm happy to flip. I'm gonna shoot it now, okay. Let's let them do their thing here. They keep it on top. Thing is, I can let this happen and then play Murktide with mana up. I can brainstorm Daze, and then I'll be playing into Daze. I think I just let this happen. It's going to be a small Murktide, but I think that's okay. it's big enough. And flow state. I'm gonna let them do their triggers. Put it on top. See if they have Blue Blast or Daze. Okay, sweet. 2 cards left. Let's brainstorm. All right, so I have too many lands, but getting rid of Tundra seems decent. And I can take a bit of damage, keep Daze. So let's go Island, Bolt, attack. Wait, so they can't Daze with that, if that's what they want to do. So they need more lands if they want to play flow state around Daze. Okay, let's see if they get Delirium. That's very likely at this point. One card on top. And let's Daze with Thundering Falls. We have bad land on top. Let's attack. And then where do we play? How do we play from there? Like this is gonna grow if I bold one of them, so I think I should just chill with my bolt here. Unless I want him to attack. That's actually the thing. That's the thing. I maybe want him to attack, in which case, because otherwise I think he's gonna second main, make spells happen, and then he has double, like two blockers. Now this one will be forced to attack, unless he has Murktide. I should have done this on my turn, of course. Hadn't thought that through. They have a Pyroblast. They get Delver to the bin. Okay. Means they're looking for removal. And they put one card on top. Okay, they have a Hydroblast. Yeah, that's why I should have done it on my turn. So now I take 6, they take 3. Okay, and I am in trouble. Do I have Mystic Sanctuary in the deck? No, it's here. Yeah. So unless I draw bold or they have nothing, I'm losing in the race, but they put on top, so it's not likely. Sorry. Okay, I am almost dead, but not completely. Bolts. That means jump, shoot bolts. Yeah. Okay. GG's. All right, that was a nice one. So yeah, I should have shot. I should have understood in time that I wanted him to attack. So I should have shot the DRC and on my turn. Then they would have a Hydroblast without a target. I'm still in need of a answer for this Murktide, so I might not get there, but it's important to think about. So let's see if we can win some games after this one. All right, round 4. My opponent played Delver. Izzet Delver the last time. This hand is pretty atrocious. I'm on the draw. I'm gonna mulligan for once. This is just too many lands and a force negation. This is not getting better. If you hear a sound, that was my son is sleeping, and I have the baby alarm. So they also mulligan. Well, I'm gonna run again once again. I'm hoping that my son sleeps well. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of maybe Chain Lightning. And Murktide. Yeah. They might be on a different deck. I'm not sure Bold is good, so Ponder is more versatile. Okay, they Ponder. I'm gonna waste probably. But let's see if they shuffle. They don't shuffle, so they probably have a second land. But even okay, it doesn't really cost me anything. I can play Delver, but like maybe they have just a second land and a cutter, and wasting is going to be better. So I know I don't lose any equity by doing this, and I might gain some. Maybe they have a 1-drop. Yeah. So I think I'm just. I feel like pondering actually. Might be crazy, but I really want to hit my lands, and I'll bold afterwards. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'll take all of that in that order. So let's see if I get wasted, then I can, yeah, bold, I guess. Hope they don't play more 1-drops. Delver can wait. I don't want to give them selection of Chandler. It looks like they didn't have a cantrip. Like they might have a brainstorm that they're waiting, but this smells like bolt, especially. So Delver is not long for this world. I can flow state. I have flow state on. They don't. I do run into Daze if I do that. So I think I'm just gonna Delver Ponder and save the flow state. And then I'm setting up, hopefully, to play flow state. Yeah, that's pretty good. Definitely a lot of good options. Force of Negation in the middle, for sure. And then, yeah, Murktide at the end. So maybe it dies. Such is life. Then we flow state waste. Yeah. Now they have flow states potentially. Yeah, it's a grind. The Izzet Mirror. They've been at Bauble. Okay. Makes sense. Play a land to play around Daze. And here's flow state. Yeah, it's pretty much the exact mirror. Now, I don't know yet if my wasteland is good. I could play flow state off wasteland, but I have a Murktide coming. Thing is, If I find a 1-drop, am I playing it into Daze? I guess so. Yeah, I'm gonna save it. Okay. Just gonna take, like, I might get wasted, in which case I do have Sanctuary in the deck. I'm gonna take Murktide Delta, actually. I want to build towards not getting wasted out of the game and Mystic Sanctuary, in theory. Okay, so I can step in. My Force of Negation is not gonna get good. I can shuffle it away with Brainstorm, though. I think I'm okay with that for the tempo, if not getting too far behind. It's the same in cards. Okay, they force. That's awesome. It's not awesome, but I mean, then the chances are higher that my Murktide resolves. But yeah, it's a tough game. It's gonna be a long game, unless one of us wins quickly with the Murktide. Because I don't have anything going on, but besides the Murktide. Okay, so now I'm assuming they play Sanctuary, so I have to time my Wasteland well. Okay. And I can get rid of instants and save one ponder, maybe. For the sake of flow state. Then I die to heat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just gonna get rid of it all, I think. Because I'm okay. So that happened. Such is life. They have their own. Yeah, Force of Will pre-board is the best answer to Murktide. I have one bounce spell, so that's not awesome. Save the flow state in their deck. Well, I'll play it. It's new. It's a new time of Izzet rising in popularity. The mirror being played more. So maybe the fourth Pyroblast can find its way into the sideboard. I think we're pretty far away from playing main deck Pyroblast though. Okay, well I'm gonna make the good old waste Daze play. Don't have any cards left, but the thing is that if I bounce, I can just replay it and it'll still be pretty massive. Well, That won't do. Get rid of one card, draw. Maybe I have a... Can I draw one card? Yeah, I have one look. One fresh look in my draw step. One, two... Even if I need Prismatic Charm into Murktide, but that's still smaller than their replayed Murktide, so... maybe Heat Bolt, like Brainstorm into Heat Bolt can do it. Okay, here's the bounce. There is that. But once they draw a bolt, I'm also dead, so this is... It's not looking good. Let's put it like that. Another way of tweaking the sideboard for the mirrors is a card like Unlicensed Hearse, which is a bit heavy, but it's very impactful if it hits the battlefield, making these 3 cards worse, much worse. Okay, so now I'm playing against an opponent with Island in the deck, so Price of Freedom is less interesting for sure, much less. I'm on the play, and I think that's just the clean sideboarding plan, and it's gonna be the same on the draw. Yeah, very fine. But yeah, at the moment, in the flow state, I mean, flow state is pretty big in the metagame, but it's not exactly everywhere, so you can't go crazy on building to beat it. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna go Island, Delver, then I can ponder and move from there. I do have a lot of red spells, but getting that Island Delver Ponder start is decent off of 1 land. If I had 2, I'd be playing Volcanics. Yep. So let's find 2 lands. 2 wastelands. This is not good enough, unfortunately. Okay, that's awesome. And I'm almost at Delirium. Let's see if it survives. They have a cutter here. So if they're on a heavy cutter build, we didn't see any. But if they are, then Price of Freedom can go in. So I just needed a Daze here to survive, but I do not have it, unfortunately. Or a gotcha. Okay. I mean, I can play a Murktide into a Daze. think that's okay because Murktide is, I mean, it doesn't have a long life anyways, and I want to use my mana. It doesn't have a long life post board because of Pyroblast. So now let's see if they have that Pyroblast. If they want to trade, no. Chandler Bolt for Murktide. So they don't have an answer yet. They're doing this because if they get Delirium post combat, it's better. So they don't attack into the Murktide. Let's see what they do with the Ponder. The fact that they're not playing land tells me they probably don't have it. The second one. Okay, they are happy, and I can stand. Okay, that's these. Let's play that. And see if we have a race in our favor or not. I mean, this is not looking awesome, of course, but means that lands and spells are good top decks, not creatures. All right. They put an island into the graveyard. Okay, that was not a good one. I am okay with trading here, I think. Maybe not, actually, because I don't have anything going on afterwards, and in theory the race is in my favor, assuming I can flip pretty soon. Plus, if it dies, then future channelers are delirious. Alright, that's a good one. Now it doesn't feel like the race is in my favor. Alright, these. I think I should try and get flying, like Chandler. Like they're gonna attack me with some tokens, but hopefully on my turn I can get both Delirium and Flip Delver in my upkeep if they don't waste me, which is with the Bold in hand as well. Pretty good. And yeah, I need to move fast when they have this board presence. Hope they play Murktide. Hydroblast, okay. Do they have a spell as well? Oh yeah. Okay, we're dead. Toast. Hmm. Well, gonna bolt the Chandler. And I hope they have no more spells. Which is not likely. I think I'm gonna counter that. Just to stop the cutter train from rolling. One card left. Yeah. What's the best mode here? Think I'm gonna pass the turn. See if I can get a better window for something other than drawing a card. Brainstorm. I think I should shoot this. Like it hurts being defensive against a cutter, but I'm at 10 only, so I think I will. If they play like a Murktide, I will play into Daze. Chandler. I thought I would have a priority actually there. Maybe I yield it or something. That's okay. Gonna draw a card. I need to find a Murktide basically. It is not on. That is unfortunate. They have... Okay. Well, I think I am dead. I don't need to be an astrophysicist to deduce that. But I'll still make him attack me a few times. Okay, well, double bolt, I guess, can keep me alive. Chain lightning is not awesome. Since it kills me. Maybe they don't know. And I'll give them the way the chain lightning way of killing me. Yep. All right. That hurts losing 2 mirrors. I don't know if I made any mistakes or if it's just how the chips fell. This island seemed to hurt me after like turn 3 or something for a few turns. So maybe that was a mistake. Well, it looks like my son is waking, so perfect timing. See you for the next round. All right, round 5, and this is another opponent that I know. They play Dimir Tempo, I think always. So this will be the third Tempo matchup, which is nice. They play first. We have a fine hand. Notably, my Delver on the draw is weak to their Bowmasters. Which I'll force if it comes to that. They also make content. We're gonna keep, and we actually talked about making like Dimir versus Izzet video at some point, but I didn't have the time when they had the time, and well, now I just don't have a lot of time to put in several hours at one session. So so that idea is put off, but maybe we'll do it some other day. Well, now we have one match at least. I guess they're thinking about either Thoughtseize or Tameo here, or Ponder, theoretically. I think Tameo, they might be patient and play a Thoughtseize first. It's not impossible. When they know the matchup, they know I have bolts. They're certainly thinking a lot about it. I think it's between Thoughtseize and Tameo, what they're thinking about. Okay, here's the Tameo and a Bauble. I will shoot that Tameo. So they bobbled here, so they get a possibility of flipping if they just play a Ponder. See if they have a Daze. Downside of doing this is they have one card less on my turn, of course. So still, this is a tough matchup. I don't know what kind of list they're on. I assume they're playing Flow State, in which case, who knows? Maybe they're only on 3 Bowmasters, but it's still a lot. And of course, also the Vargoyfs they might have. Well, this Tameo I'm gonna waste. Force. Because I don't have the bolts. I have 3 cards, it's not a lot. Daze is awesome here. If they do have a 2-drop of importance. Okay. They get their Thoughtseize through. Maybe they have push afterwards. Taking Brainstorm is, yeah, likely. Nope, but that's a good one. That's a very good one indeed. Let's attack. Hoping they push it or something, so that my Daze is a hard counter. 2 cards left. What is it? Force, maybe? No. So let's see if they have... Like now, Bowmaster is not very relevant. Bergoyf, I have Daze for. Their own Murktide is small. And the removal for Murktide, I don't think they play a lot, but they play Snuff out for sure, which is good, but still hurts. So I like my position. Drawing that Murktide was pretty awesome. Bergoyf is not interesting, or not important. So I have one card. It is slightly tempting to Daze here, because Daze might do nothing. They need a land and a Bergoyf basically, and they need it pretty soon. See if I can flip. Nope. Here's the land. Does also mean that if I flip, I have lethal if they fetch. So yeah, it's a close game. Unless they deal with Murktide now, then they're ahead. Maybe they're trying to figure out what I have in hand. A fetch I would have played. I don't think they play Kaito. I'm not blocking for sure. But they could play Kaito. Okay, they have the bounce. That's strong. And it's more than a bounce, it's also this allows me to play Murktide, by the way, which is nice. It's also a blocker for Delver. They have a land coming up, but they're probably gonna Surveil. Well, maybe not, because they already played Surveil here. Maybe they don't want to take a damage for nothing. I know they're drawing a bad card. Let's see what they do. They do fetch. Okay. They want to play like this. Play around a Daze from my deck. Nice. That's a bad force of negation. But who knows? They have me on a 3-turn clock. I have a free attack. I'm ahead. I'll force of negate anything if I don't have a play on my turn. Did I see this? No, not yet. Okay. Mystic Sanctuary. No. But that's actually... well, I have nothing here, but this one can only block creatures with flying, so I have like a good attack in that sense. And I guess I just play the Mystic Sanctuary to play around Daze. Maybe they just jump, go to 7, and then I need to flip. Would have been sweet to have just one spell that I could put on the top here. Okay. Like this. Well, I'm not dead to 7 power. So, of course, if they have a Bowmaster, I am dead. But this also means that next turn, if I flip, it's like lethal around if they jump here. Okay, so they don't have it, but they played as if in a way where they could draw it. Can we flip? Yes. Great. Okay, close game. So Nethergoyfs are strong. This is the simple sideboard plan. Yeah, so we have these cards to deal with the big creatures. And Cutter is a MVP. Delver is fragile. Murktide is quite good as well. They don't have infinite answers. Huh. This is... I'm gonna keep. But this is a bit slow with the Thundering Falls. But I can quickly unload. And, you know, it's close to perfect. If I have a fetch on top, I'm doing good. They have a fetch land go turn. That's nice. One sec. Just had to do a thing. Okay, what do I draw? I draw that. And they haven't fetched yet. That is not what I'm looking for. Because I might get wasted, of course. Put it on top. Ideally, they have Nethergoyf Wasteland here. Okay. And another Nethergoyf that I can choose to Daze. Which I think I should. Because that is a pain. My son is sleeping. It's evening now, so there's a small sound from the baby alarm. One sec. Oh well, my son needed me, so I lost the game due to time. That's a shame. But let's. I'm still gonna show you the what we played. Like game 1 was fine, I think, to see. But closing thoughts, I want to say that if you look at the goldfish last 7 days, it's a interesting new image of Legacy where we have drawn then Izzet Delver and Dimir Tempo as the big decks. And in that world, Hydroblast, yes, Sneak and Show is after. Hydroblast as my Izzet opponents had. That makes sense if we are battling mirrors alongside Sneaking Show and Energy. But yeah, let's see if it sticks. If we have more Izzet in the metagame, then Dimir will have more good matchups. So yeah, it's interesting. It's changing quick these days. But thank you for watching and see you next time.